gonna go down in history.
It's called Connecting Worlds, the documentary.
Look, you're Jackson. You're allowed to make an autobiography. He's allowed, instead of writing a book about himself, to make a movie about himself. There's nothing wrong with that. It's fine.
Yeah, no, I'm totally fine with him writing like a history of himself or whatever, like an autobiography, like you said. But doesn't that usually come after your like career has ended as well?
Doesn't have to.
No, they do biographies and shit like that of people that are still actively working.
If anything, it's a good idea to do it while you're working, because it's when people are going to buy it and be interested.
Yeah.
I'd watch it. I want to watch this movie. I like his stuff. I want to see how he thinks.
It's like I'm gonna be sitting in a boardroom meeting or something going, okay, this character's name is Cum Fart Tampon Blood. And they're all gonna be applauding.
That sounds like an awesome movie.
I can already see that one coming out pretty soon. That's on the horizon. Die Hard Man
was a movie director man, but they said no.
Film 2.
Moving out. All right, here was the headline. Like, here was the bio of the Hideo Kojima thing. Wait a second, it says produced by Ben Hilton and directed and filmed by Glenn Miller. Where did I get the information that Hideo wrote it?
I don't know. Made it up.
Like,
maybe you just don't like it,
no,
and it clouded your judgment.
God, fucking memory. Where did I get this information from? Well, I don't want to talk about it anymore, just in case he didn't actually do it.
Then this entire topic was based on a complete fabrication of Jackson's memory.
I'm actually going insane.
That's fucking awesome. Great topic,
Name one
Jackson.
memorable line from it.
To be fair, I am fucked from my England trip. I'm gonna blame it on that.
That's fair. When are you flying back again?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, 2 days from now. 2 days from now.
You fly home in 2 days?
Yeah.
You've got to be excited about that.
I fucking can't wait. I cannot wait. Oh my god, just like fucking things that I took for granted. Like air, like cool air.
I'm moving this.
Oh my god, it's so fucking hot.
You miss Australia for
like
its cold weather? Holy shit.
I somehow. It's the infrastructure. I don't fucking know.
So after our episode when Jackson was talking about it, I looked into it a little bit. Pyrocynical just made something talking about it as well. Apparently in the UK, it gets like just about as humid as Florida down here, Andrew, but they don't have AC and their homes are designed to trap heat in. So you're constantly just fucking you're just constantly fucking wet and cooking.
Oh my god.
I talked. I
know. I just looked into it more. It's apparently just like it's. I don't know how anyone accepts that. Like AC is just such a basic invention, and if it really does
Europe. They just take it.
I don't know why though. Especially if it gets as humid as
that's how they are.
That's crazy.
There's a reason you guys won your independence from these people. They just take it. They like it. Americans didn't, so they said bye.
No, that's weird though, because like the humidity here is fucking unbearable. I couldn't imagine living here without AC.
Wait, so the war for independence from the US between Britain was fought over air conditioning?
Yes. They said in 100 years we're gonna invent this device, and boy, you better fucking believe we want it. You guys don't need it, but we're fighting for it.
I think it's only been a problem here for like the last 2 or 3 years. They just had some really like big heat waves or whatever, and up until that point, like summer, like hot days would only last for a couple weeks every year or so, and it wouldn't be that bad where you would need air conditioning. But like it's just been bad over the last few years, and now they're realizing that they might need air conditioning. Like, fine. Air conditioning, totally, whatever. You don't need air conditioning. Some houses in Australia don't have air conditioning. It's like, yeah, fine. That's a lot of energy or whatever. Like, your bills go up. But at least put fans in the room or something to move around the air. Something, please. There's no fans.
Another thing that I heard about is when they do put fans in the rooms, since it is so humid and the houses trap heat, all it does is push hot air around. So it's very minimal relief.
Oh my god,
fans
man.
do in general.
Would that create mini cyclones or tornadoes or whatever? Isn't that what?
No, which is why, okay, poor people that grow up like this, we have to learn tricks. So you go and put your shirt under the faucet, you get it all wet, and then you put it on, and then you put the fan on yourself.
Yeah.
So we'll cool the water down a little bit on you, or you usually sleep under a wet blanket at night, to like a very thin wet blanket, so it kind of sucks the heat out of your body and shit.
Are tornadoes or cyclones created by hot air and cold air like circling each other?
Yeah, there's
Wouldn't
no
that be what
there's
a
no
fan does?
cold air here, and it's a fucking little
Well-
fan. It's not gonna cyclone like a tornado.
I meant like a mini cyclone, like not a full scale, but just just enough to like fuck up a room or something. Oh god. You could blow air into it, maybe. Maybe that's cool enough.
Well, I think it's flyback soon.
Yeah, I think this country is actually making me crazy. I don't know what. I think it's because we talk shit about the royal family or whatever, and like the spirits of all the royals haunted me. But I have had like no luck on this trip whatsoever. When I was setting up for this fucking episode like 20 minutes ago, I was opening my hotel door and I slammed it into my broken foot and like sliced like the tip of my toe with blood everywhere.
Jesus
I'm so sick of
Christ,
this
That has
Jason.
nothing to do with luck. It has to do with your clumsiness.
I'm not
Are you a
actually
fucking
that
Buster
clumsy.
Keaton film? Like, it sounds like you do this on purpose.
I'll give you the memory issues. I'm not actually usually clumsy. It's only been the last like.
Does England just make you clumsy?
I don't know. And like seriously, I have maybe, or maybe it's just like because I'm on a hot streak basically. Like it started and now it won't stop. I hope it doesn't culminate with the plane going down or something. Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah, please. Yeah, I'm happy to be going. I mean, there were some good moments towards the second half of this trip, but yeah, I'm very happy.
Is there anything good you can say about your trip?
Well, I've already said a lot of good stuff like the architecture, the food. I went and saw the Arctic Monkeys last night, and that was really good. Enjoyed that.
Wait, you saw? They still tour? Holy shit!
Yeah, I know, they're super old. But they were great. No, that's about it.
Okay, good enough.
Last night, we were at the Emirates Stadium for the Arctic Monkeys, and I think it was like a crowd of like 80,000 people, which didn't look massive. I think because the stadium's so large. But once we all left at the end, it was pandemonium in the streets. I've never seen anything like it. Like the streets were just wall to wall with people. Traffic was like blocked, like I don't know, just an hour out from the stadium. Not an hour, 30 minutes out from the stadium. We couldn't get like the metro or public transport or anything because like there were just standstills in the metro like entrances or whatever. So we had to walk for like 45 minutes to finally be able to catch an Uber.
That's fucking awesome.
It was pretty fucking hype. Great end to the night, especially walking around on a broken foot. Lots of thanks. Also, England has a fascination with stairs. This is like the least accessible country I think I've ever been in, even compared to America. I know it's because like all these buildings are super old or whatever, but there's no lifts or elevators or anything. It's all stairs. I don't know how anyone exists here as a country.
Compared to
You can't.
America, America's all flat. You don't need stairs here.
Well, I mean buildings and stuff, right?
All the buildings here are like one story. Most of the buildings you see here are like strip malls.
Oh, true. Yeah. That might be the difference. But like, yeah, even in like public spaces and stuff, it's all just stairs, like the metro, stuff like that. It's just stairs. I had to like carry all my luggage up like 3 flights of stairs just to this hotel room. It was like single line. It was fucking. I hate this country. I want to leave, please.
Well, I'm glad your vacation's been good.
Yeah, it's pretty great. Love it. We'll be back soon.
Sounds fun. Awesome. Did you guys have any other topics, or did you want to make fun of Reddit real quick because they bent the knee pretty
I
thoroughly?
forgot my girlfriend's listening to this recording and now she's angry at me. She's crossing her arms. This is her home country.
Oh, no.
They didn't mean it, just for the show.
I love it. My leg doesn't hurt.
I do have one mini topic of something I just read about yesterday, if you think this is interesting. Have you guys ever heard of Tanya Head?
Is it a porn star or something?
No, Jesus. No, she is a woman who lied about being in the 9/11 terrorist attacks. She talked about how she worked at the Trade Center, and like she wrote a whole book about how she survived and all this and that. And it turns out she lied about the whole thing. She got exposed for lying about it and trying to profit off it, pretending to be a 9/11 survivor. And I just found the whole story really interesting because she, like, her story is fucking wild, and she was huge for it. And then it turns out she wasn't even, like, in the country during 9/11, and she also made up her name. Like, she's not actually named Tanya Head. She's just someone completely different who lied about everything.
How did no one fact check it?
Well, they didn't fact check it for a while until, who was it? I think it was New York Times. Yeah, New York Times investigated. I just found that really interesting.
What kind of claims did she make?
Oh, she claimed that her husband died there. They were both working during the attack. She saw someone, like, you know, burning to death, and then he gave her his wedding ring and said, "Take this to his wife," which she said she did.
She just wrote a movie.
Yeah, she
It would
literally.
have been obvious that it didn't happen.
When I was
I
reading
was
it, I was
just
like,
thinking, okay, who the fuck buys like a 9/11 survivor memoir? Like, what's it gonna say? I ran down the stairs and outside. But if she made up all of this action movie crap, that's obviously fake. I crawled
Bump
through
him
that
immediately.
glass.
Who's burning to death and slowly and methodically takes off their wedding ring and says, "Take this to my wife." I'd just be screaming my fucking head off.
Did it say carefully?
love her.
Oh wait, hang on, it's kind of stuck a little bit. Hang on. And there you go.
yeah, it was just.
Maybe he was only partially on fire, like the bottom.
I don't remember if it was on fire or trapped under debris, but it was something like that.
That is a massive difference.
Yeah, it was something like that. And she was like, he gave me the wedding ring to take. to
Wait
his
a
wife."
minute. How much debris could he have been trapped under? The plane hit the fucking building and then pretty much went down immediately. There wasn't like a earthquake beforehand as a warning
Well,
that
it did
knocked
go down.
stuff loose.
There would have
go
been
down
time for, like, yeah, there would have still been time for that to have happened. Like,
Yes. This is so stupid. It sounds like she just watched Die Hard or something. Okay, how did Nakatomi Plaza explode? And I'm gonna rewrite this and then I crawled through the vents and I saw the terrorists. One had survived.
I snapped his neck.
And he wanted the money.
I just don't understand how her story didn't unravel sooner. She also secured state funding from something called the Survivors Network and then went on a worldwide press tour for her story that she was sharing. It was crazy. But yeah, I was
Oh my
reading about
God.
that yesterday.
Jesus.
Well, I'm sure the government was all the more happy about it. I'm sure they fact-checked her fucking bullshits, but hey, I mean, we want to invade a country, so... Yeah, sure, her husband died. It was really, really sad. We need to get revenge on them terrorists.
And I also didn't realize that she's not the only one to do this. I knew there would probably be people that faked this kind of shit, but there was also a comedian not long ago who went on a podcast and told the story about how he was in the World Trade Center during the 9/11 attacks, and then I don't remember how it unraveled. I didn't look into this one a lot, but it unraveled, and then he went on Howard Stern. He's like, "Yeah, I just, I kind of lied about it. Yeah, I just made it up."
Who would you
Did you face
lie
any
about?
repercussions? Because
I don't know. I don't know.
what would even happen? It's not like they can take back all of the money, right?
Yeah, I don't know. She has just never been heard from again. She just, like, vanished. The comedian.
Jessica
They should
Head?
make her. They should make her
Tanya-
live through a
Tanya
second
Head.
9/11.
They should make it real, like a Black Mirror episode.
It doesn't have to be real. It can be like a mock one, but she has to live what
No,
she
let's
said.
just
that she wants
recreate
to.
it. It's fine. Just put everything back and do it again.
The comedians.
The towers back.
The comedians one actually had a whole video dedicated to, like, the aftermath and the situation. But her, she just kind of disappeared.
This woman, okay, you're underselling this. This woman wasn't even an American or in America when she
Well, that's what
claimed
he
that
said. She wasn't even in the country.
She was a fucking Spanish woman in Barcelona at the time. And listen to this Game of Thrones act. She joined the World Trade Center Survivors Network. She joined it and then became its president. She weaseled her way to the top.
Yeah. Alright, she does deserve a book. She deserves a book for this.
I know. She should tell the real story. Now I'm actually interested. This is way better than whatever the fuck she
I
made up.
infiltrated a 9/11 group and became its leader.
No one asked any questions.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, why would you? Why would you ask questions about situations if it's like a survivor?
Yeah, you wouldn't like. Yeah, I certainly wouldn't be trying to poke holes in the story and be like, oh my god, this is horrifying. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're looking to relate to other people in that kind of group.
Oh, you're gonna
Makes
look like
sense
a
that she wasn't
dick
caught there.
too. If you
Yeah.
go, wait a minute, I don't believe you.
Yeah.
But sometimes you have to be the dick.
What floor did you say you were on? I was there too, and I didn't see you.
So, what like calamity do you guys think you could get away with lying about being there for? That you think even if they fact check you, you could get away with it?
Existing in London. No. Maybe like the bushfires in Australia, right? They were pretty close.
You could definitely get away with that.
Yeah, I meant more like a smaller scale. Smaller scale.
9/11 was
Like country.
big.
I meant like not like countrywide. You know what I mean?
Like more localized kind of it.
Yeah, geographically in a smaller location where it's like a terror attack or something. Or like a
Oh,
ship's
like it doesn't exist. Like the entire kingdom.
No, ooh, I actually wonder about that too.
That would
I
be
mean,
way harder, obviously.
Yeah, that would be way harder to keep the secrets between so many people, but I don't know. Like, there was this one plane that crashed in the Andes Mountain or something, and all of the like survivors said to resort to cannibalizing the dead people. I wonder if you could like lie about having been there, and yeah, the meat was not delicious. Don't ask me how it tasted. It was like chicken.
Don't they usually say that it is delicious? And then they get something like a human meat afterwards?
What? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, don't they?
No,
I swear I've
well,
heard that.
Yeah, in
apparently,
movies.
first of all, they had to eat like human
maybe.
popsicle. All of the meat was frozen, and they
Yeah.
didn't have any fire to cook it, so they had to eat it all raw and nasty, gunky-like.
Would you guys be alright with ethical human harvesting? Like food from humans? No, not at all? Not even if it was completely ethical?
Like Soylent Green.
No, like, you die, but you've, like, given your body for meat, basically. Like, you have a thing on your card that says you're a meat donor. And then
Gross.
once you
Not
die-
even like the physical aspect of it. It's just like if I don't like you, I'm not gonna feel like eating you.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, plus it'll be all, like, old people then, and their meat's probably all, like, grizzly and stuff, too, right?
Well, it wouldn't be just be old people. If they die in a car crash, I assume their meat is just
Oh,
as
well, that's-
valid once they scrape it off the asphalt. But again, like who knows? What if it was hereditary? I don't want to eat that. It's gross. Was this like organic? Is there any GMO in it?
You don't know anything about the individual, like, cows and livestock you eat. Why would that matter?
Exactly. Yeah, because they're dummies. They're not on fucking Twitter arguing in favor of minor attractive persons. I can eat them all day. I
How
don't
is
mind.
how is that at all going to affect the meat?
It's psychological. I don't like it. I don't want to consume this. I don't want this in my
Yeah, no
body,
shit, eating
in my
human meat
blood.
is inherently psychological. You're eating human meat. So it's something that's like normal. But would you guys be fine with it?
No, I mean, I wouldn't want to eat it.
If I had no choice,
Well, no, not if you had no choice. Would you be fine with this being an entire industry along with like meat livestock? You don't have to eat it, but it exists. Or would you fight vehemently for this industry? And remember, it's ethical.
yeah, but how ethical? Okay, who decides it's ethical? Like,
What?
what about where the Canadians now want to execute like 17-year-olds who are bummed out about life and euthanize them? Should we eat those? I don't think that's
If
ethical.
they got the stamp on their car.
Body donor,
I
food
consent
donor.
to being eaten after death.
I don't know. There have been these stunts where people, you know, if you guy has to have his leg amputated, he goes, "Okay, doc, give it to me afterwards. I want to grill it and eat it with my friends," and then they do.
That's taking the power back, right?
I don't know what it is. Just my curiosity. I don't know. Wasn't there also some Japanese artist who cut off his own dick and served it for like $100 a seat?
There was a man who consented to being killed and eaten by a cannibal.
Yeah, that's Cannibal Cafe. That's Armin Meaves, I think his name was.
Cannibal.
Yeah.
Mavis. Yeah, I'm talking about a Japanese guy. There wasn't like any murder involved or any sort of like crime. He literally cut off his own dick.
That's a crime, isn't it?
To cut off your own dick? What are they gonna do? Arrest you for it?
How? What? Yes, isn't that like? They can arrest you for like putting yourself at bodily harm.
No, they
Right?
can't. What the fuck do you? Like they can do like a wellness thing, like you know, you seem like a danger, and you might hurt or kill yourself, but then they could like admit you somewhere. But it's not like
It would be a
That's
crime if
gotta
you
be a
didn't tell
crime.
the people that you're serving them cooked penis, I guess.
Well,
yeah,
that
that
is
would be-
absolutely a crime. You
that
can't.
would be a crime.
It's got to
Yeah.
go through like food standards and services. And stuff.
Yeah, FDA has to approve it.
His name is Mao Sugiyama. He was 22, or is, I guess, maybe if he's still alive. 5 guests paid around £160 each for the meal. Sugiyama, 22, who's asexual, voluntarily underwent surgery to have his penis removed. One penis is not going to be enough for 5 people.
Yeah, unless he was really packing.
He might have been really impressive.
Well, no, wait, no. It could also be one of those like luxury restaurant dishes, you know, where it's like one little piece of like
The pretentious
salami.
piece of shit, yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
very flavorful. Packs a lot of flavor into that thing.
Oh, he threw his balls in there too,
Oh.
I guess.
Oh,
So
well,
did
now
everyone
it's
get
a full
piece
course.
of balls,
Was that like an after dinner dessert thing?
little hors d'oeuvres with a toothpick in it.
I guess you'd have to throw your nuts in there as well. Otherwise, you just have like a fucking dangly scrotum nutsack with no wiener. That'd be so weird.
Also, the scrotum was also served. Do you think he like burnt it to a crisp? The breaded chicken.
Well, do you think he recipe'd it up? Was he like, it's served with a nice garlic herb butter and a reduction of white wine? Like, or do you think it was just raw, grilled up penis and balls?
I think he came out holding the plate with his severed dick on it, screaming his head off. That's probably what happened.
Man, this was
Guests
a really
said that the genitalia were very rubbery and tasted of very little. Well, that's
Aw.
This was
the
a-
money.
I tried to find the story, look it up myself, but I didn't know how to search it, so I just ran with man serves penis to guests, and I found it, which was nice.
It's gonna be porn.
There's a lot of results for that.
It was way too broad, but I'm looking at the picture of it, so it actually does seem like he did really like go hard with it. So he's got, it looks like red and green bell peppers surrounding like a scrotum dish here. I think I can't really tell. It is, yeah. It is a scrotum dish, and he has like some red and green bell peppers around it. It looks like he's got paprika sprinkled on it. So he did try and make it very flavorful, and was actually he was actually supervised by a professional chef.
That's gonna be so hard.
He also did this over 10 years ago, so I wonder where he is now.
Probably very regretful.
Yeah, I wonder if you were. Yeah, I wonder. Ew, I'm looking at photos. That's disgusting. It's like cooked medium rare too.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, it is very not super cooked.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
Did you say something?
No, Discord's completely frozen. Just checking.
Oh wow, he even tweeted it out to hype it up. It's a once in a lifetime chance, so I decided on the spur of the moment to do it.
You don't want to make spur of the moment decisions when it comes to your penis and its attachment to your body, right? That's an awful thing.
Yeah, it seems like
You gotta think about that for a little bit longer than a day.
it was actually shortly before his 22nd birthday.
Why?
There was apparently debate on if the meal went to plan. There's a culinary expert at Calorie Lab who weighed in saying, the chef just didn't cook it right. What a waste of a perfectly good penis. Penis is tough and needs to be slow cooked through sous vide or a brace. So one guy didn't like his meal. He just didn't enjoy it.
It doesn't seem like he was an actual chef on his own accord. So it was a real missed opportunity, I guess.
Either was Armin Mivas, by the way, and he also said the same thing, that his victim's dick was too chewy. So I guess penises are just chewy. That's why you should suck on them and never bite.
I'm moving this.
Let that be a lesson.
I guess that would make sense that it would be chewy. It's you know, there's no like bones or anything in there.
I looked at a penis or two and said, that looks pretty chewy.
It's mainly just the capus spongiosum and corpus cavernosa or something
Yeah.
like that.
What the fuck? What?
That's what makes your wiener hard. It fills with blood.
Yeah, it's just like blood vessels, right?
Nice chewy penis.
It's like a little tube down the middle and then just blood vessels are all around it, right? Is that what a penis is?
Something like that. I don't know. It's been a long time.
There's a little bit of magic and pixie dust in there too, but yeah.
What's cow meat? What is the beef? It's like, is it their muscle?
You dummy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think so. I'm not a butcher.
Why did you go silent? I'm very self-conscious now.
I don't know. Just I was asking. I assumed it was muffled. It's not fat because the fat is the sweet bit, right?
Yeah, fat is fat. That's why when you order food, like a steak, people are like, oh, it's got fat on it, because that is fat, Jackson.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's chewy. Alright, can we wrap though?
Sure.
Alright, sweet. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time once I'm back from Australia. Thanks for joining me on my European trip, or English trip, I guess. Appreciate it a lot. Sorry to anyone in England that has been offended by my words, but I'm not taking them back. Other than that,
You've apologized like 10 times already.
true. I'm not taking back what I said was wrong with the country. I still stand by those, but there's some good parts as well. I'll give you that. Like outside of London, definitely. Alright, anyway.
Did you owe me a Coke?
No, it's not.
Bye.
Yeah, I guess I do. Alright, bye guys. Patreon.com/podcast. Bye.
Bye.
Welcome to episode 343 of the official podcast. I'm now back in Australia, back in my comfort zone, so there should be no issues whatsoever with how this episode pans out in terms of my connectivity to the overall show. How are you guys doing? You guys in your respective places? No one's going walkabouts?
I hope so. Yeah.
Alright, that's good, that's good. Alright, everything's back to normal. One of the best things about traveling I've realized is getting home. Getting home is honestly like one of the best feelings ever. Just like sliding back into your comfort zone after 2.5
Yeah.
weeks of being MIA basically. It feels so good.
Seeing your own toilet. It's the best
Yeah,
feeling.
and you're in bed, not having to worry about if you'll find somewhere to sleep that night. Stuff like food, electricity. I'm making England sound like a war zone, but like some of the apartments literally didn't let us in, so you know there were concerns there. It's nice to have some safety now.
I'm glad you're back.
Yeah,
Thank
I'm
you.
glad that you're not there anymore since you didn't
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah, and I'm happy to now announce for the first time on the official podcast I'll be returning to London next week. I'm going to try to make this a monthly annual visit to see how England pans out.
Cool.
No, I don't think I'm going back there for a while. For a long while.
Let's see.
But that's not going to stop me from traveling, Andrew. I'm still going to go to Japan.
Oh.
So, what did I miss while I was up in the skies for 4 days, basically?
I don't know. What did happen this
Who
week?
wants to go
Oh, come on.
first? We all had.
Come on,
topics.
we all know what's there. I even got fucking like alerts up in the sky somehow through like no internet and stuff about the submarine. Are we really not going to talk about the submarine?
It's old news
Still
now.
It's old
Yeah.
news, but it's still like massive.
This
Still
video won't be
fucking-
out till Sunday. It's gonna be even older by the time this comes out.
That news died the moment everyone found out they just imploded. Everyone was like, "Oh, that's it." How disappointing. No Valiant Rescue, no movie script type ending, nothing exciting. We're not
Have
never
they
gonna find their.
Have they determined how soon in the search they imploded? Like, was it pretty much immediate? Like, as soon as they went down?
Like an hour,
Right when they lost
hour and a
communication.
half in. The U.S. Navy knew about it immediately, decided not to tell anyone for some fucking reason.
Well, I just want to see how the
Because they
search
knew
would
it was
pan out.
too epic and they didn't want people to have
I
it.
guess.
Yeah, it was. They thought, hey, this is kind of cool. It's bringing everyone together.
This could be an international news story. Let's not talk about it.
The
Yeah.
government and like private rescue teams all went out to find this thing. In the meantime, again, the U.S. Navy knew, and the U.S. government knew, obviously, and they kept turning down foreign aid like the French and stuff were offering to send their own submarines to go down there and look for it, and the U.S. government kept telling them no, don't bother. It'll turn up. Don't worry about it. Those pricks.
I don't understand why you wouldn't tell people.
Because it was kind of cool, I guess, to keep it a secret.
I don't know. All the fucking conspiracy theories. I have been
They want to
enjoying
keep the
these.
magic of the like Easter egg hunt alive.
Aw. Yeah, like telling, you know, when you don't tell your kids that Santa isn't real,
Yeah.
I mean, one day they're gonna find out.
I mean, maybe if they just came out straight away and said like, yo, that shit exploded or imploded or whatever, everyone would be like super sad immediately. Maybe they wanted to let people like slowly come to terms with the fact that yeah, that shit exploded.
Slowly come to terms with it. It was hype. I mean, the families did, sure, but for the rest of the planet, this was nothing but like popcorn cinema. Nobody had any feelings invested in this other than like cruelty and joy.
Yeah, that was a weird thing I
pointless.
noticed.
That's how every major disaster plays out in the media. No one gives a shit. They laugh at it and think it's a cool spectacle unless they're
No.
personally involved.
There's a lot of empathy for like other events that people do. They're like this one, like people were actively celebrating the death of the people on board. That know that we were like, just because they could afford to take this trip, which yeah, it's like it's kind of like psychotic.
There is definitely a little stirring I've seen of people who are trying to say don't have any empathy for these people at all because they were billionaires and they deserved it because they were rich and they should just die. So, I might be onto
Those are my
something.
least favorite people. It's not even the mocking of death. I have nothing against gallows humor. I don't even mind people making fun of the dead. If I die, people will make fun of me, that's fine, but be honest about it. I hate this, oh, they deserved it. I'm actually the most empathetic person on earth. These are the same people that like give me shit when some streamer kills himself or gets himself killed. And then they go on fucking Reddit's, the Herman Cain Awards, and they mock like widows and shit. It's the same audience.
In the new game.
They get a kick out of people they don't like dying, which is fine. Again, admit it.
I'm fine with joking about death and people dying and stuff as long as they're like genuinely jokes. Like these weren't jokes. These were just people wishing for death, and that's where I draw the line. Like if you're actively saying,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm happy that dude died," that's not a joke. There's no sense. Of
No, not a
there,
joke.
right?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm just be honest about it at least. If you want this guy dead, at least say so. Have the fucking pity to say so.
Well, they did.
You don't have to mask it behind like. Yeah, but they still try to mask it as.
Yeah, they still try and like justify why this is
Oh,
an
right,
exception
yeah.
of why this person deserves to die, and they're not they're not lacking empathy or anything. It's actually the morally righteous position to say that they deserve to die outright, no matter what.
Right. Yeah.
But if you're just honest about it, like, yeah, fuck this guy, good that he's dead, don't really care, without trying to take some kind of like high ground on it, it's whatever. It's at least you're
Yeah,
honest
that's the
about
issue I
it.
take with is the moral high grounds. Like, come on, you're the same as me and every fucking other shitlord on the internet. You just, this is entertainment to you, and you kind of take joy in it because you're just obviously envious of fucking rich people.
But
fine.
from their perspective, it's like if you were to laugh at a puppy dying and then they laugh at a tiger dying. You know.
I
Like,
know, of
one's-
course.
I don't even know what that comparison is.
Tigers are
I
also
get it.
nice, so.
A puppy is far more vulnerable than a tiger, is what he's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, one's
guess.
slightly more acceptable to enjoy the death of because maybe it kills people, or maybe it kills.
Who the fuck celebrates a tiger's death?
Well, no,
You should- now
okay,
you're pushing
okay,
it too
look.
far. I tried to help you, Jackson, but you just like sank into the abyss. Come on.
Hey, I don't. I love tigers. I'm trying to think of an animal that
Okay,
is
wait.
like.
Then why did you use tigers in that analogy, though?
Just because they have big teeth. I don't know. They
Oh
kill
my
things.
God.
All right, wait. I got one that we can all agree on. Okay, so it's like if one person like laughs at like a puppy dying, but then another laughs at like mosquitoes dying.
Brother,
Yes.
what?
Okay. Yep. Cool.
I mean,
I'm saying the person laughing at the mosquitoes dying has more of a valid reason to, because the mosquitoes are like, you know, they cause, you know, diseases and shit, and they hurt when they bite you or stick their things in you. Whereas puppies are just innocent. So like that's the rationale, right? Like they're saying
Yeah.
these billionaires are more they're the mosquitoes.
3, 2,
You're constructing an analogy for something that really doesn't need it. We all understood the original point.
I just wanted to see how far it would go.
Rich people
How much money
are
do
like
these mosquitoes have?
mosquitoes, and poor people are like puppies.
Oh, good.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I just don't like mosquitoes. Tigers are cool though.
True.
Tigers are cool.
Tigers are
So are
cool.
ligers.
Every time I go to a zoo to like see tigers and shit, they're always sleeping though. So all cats
That's
are genuinely the same.
99% of animals at every zoo. I'll lay this controversial opinion down on the show. I fucking hate going to the zoo. I appreciate what they do. They're like, oh yeah, we'll rescue and provide for animals. That's great. You know, we'll conserve the environment.
Oh,
That's
if they
excellent.
actually do it.
But the actual entertainment value of the zoo is zero. The animals are always fucking sleeping.
That's right.
What? You think? You like it?
The only animals I see sleeping are the cat likes, the
Yeah.
lions and such. They do sleep a lot, but I mean that's
Because they
just-
sleep like 20 hours a day. That's just a cat thing. Yeah.
Plus, it's a lion. What is he supposed to do? He's kind of stuck in a cage. He can't like go around and hunt deer for your entertainment.
No, I know that.
But all the other animals are usually alive and perky.
That's why we should stick billionaires in the cage. Make it entertaining.
Yeah, because they're the mosquitoes of people. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll stick
I don't know,
billionaires in
I've
mosquito
always
cages.
loved the zoos. My memories are red pandas coming up to me, and I get to give them apples. And there was whistling pigs. Is that what they're called? Those pig-like things that like whistle. They have little tiny trunk snouts.
Oh, they're not pigs. Yeah.
Whatever
Tapirs.
Andrew just said. Tapirs,
Yeah.
yes, they are so cute because you can whistle to them and they whistle back. They'll legitimately have a discussion with you. They're awesome. So yeah, I guess it depends on what zoo you go to and such.
Yeah.
I love zoos.
I guess it's dependent on the trip too, because the last time I went, 90% of the animals were fucking asleep, and it was just nothing but walking. It sucked.
Did you go at nighttime?
No, I went during the day.
Did you scream at them to wake up?
I wish I could. I should have, yeah. I should have pelted them with apples like Pokemon Snap.
Stop being lazy. I'm here to be entertained.
Yeah, come on,
Dance.
animals, do something.
The only thing I hate about going to like aquariums and well, this is mainly with aquariums, is just how many kids go to aquariums and like parents suck at parenting kids around animals. I've noticed like these little shits just like smashing the glass and stuff, like tapping on the glass, trying to like get the attention of the fish. I'm like, that must be such an excruciating life for those fish. Just constant children
Could they
walking up
even
and like
hear that?
sma-
Isn't that
yeah. What? Yeah.
glass like 2 feet thick?
No, it causes vibrations. That's the main thing.
Yeah, I guess.
Aquariums kick
Whenever
ass,
I
though.
went, they usually had like cordons and such off.
You prefer aquariums over zoos?
I do, and it seems counterintuitive, but I absolutely fucking love aquariums. And yet, I'm bored of the zoo.
Aquariums are cool.
Aquariums are definitely cool, but like once you've seen one, you've kind of seen them all. They're all mostly the exact same.
Nah, see, like, all right, you go to the zoo, and you gotta like roll the dice. You're like, oh man, is that pack of red wolves gonna be sleeping or doing something? Is this rhino just gonna stand there, or I don't know, the elephant's gonna be playing around? But when you go to the aquarium, the fish are always swimming. You can watch them for hours.
Well, unless they're dead.
Always swimming. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely like aquariums. I like all those places. It beats just walking the streets.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, yeah. Good point.
I also think marine life is more fascinating to watch. Like regular, zoo life is cool. It is. I'll give it that. But marine life is just so different. It's so alien.
Andrew, could I interest you in a submarine ride? It'll cost a bit, but
You see them up close.
perfectly safe.
Only if I have to sit crisscross applesauce with my fellow passengers. And we have to share a bathroom with a curtain.
Ghetto. That's one. I guess I don't know how much it's been talked about, but seeing the Titanic also seems so uninteresting to me. Anything else down there, I would
You can
find
see
it more
pictures of
interesting.
it.
But the Titanic,
You can watch a whole movie with Leonardo DiCaprio in it.
Yeah. Didn't they 3D render it or something? Aren't there like specific 3D tools you can do?
well, I
like,
understand.
digitally?
Okay, that's not the problem. Obviously, seeing it in person is different than just googling images. But still,
But are you
the
really seeing it in
Titanic is
person through the fucking tiny little window of a shitty little submersible? Are you really seeing it in person?
Did
they
they
get to
ever
take
even make it
selfies
to
from-
that? Did they ever even get to see it? Probably not, right?
No,
No, they didn't-
The
they didn't go
descent is the descent is apparently 4 hours, and they died like an hour and a half or so in. I know, they're 4 hours back up. That's why people knew. Well, time's running out. The air's running out. You know, as the U.S. Navy is giggling to themselves, knowing what actually happens. But everyone's like, well, even if we do find them, it's gonna take us 8 hours, 4 down, 4 up, to get them up. And then the weirdest fucking decisions. They bolted themselves in there. The thing is ghetto. They don't even have cushions to sit on, which is just fucking weird choice for billionaires to settle for that. But I don't know. The funniest thing to me is just the Titanic. Really, that sounds so boring. If you're gonna risk your life and sign a death warrant that mentions death like 3 times on the first page, I want to see something cooler, bro.
What would
Like,
you?
let's explore stuff.
Yeah, what would you want to see? What would make it worth it?
Yeah, that actually I might do. But the Titanic, I feel like you would have to pay me 200 grand for me to get into that fucking death capsule.
Well, in general, yeah, but like, I think Charlie's asking, is there anything you would get in there or to actually see down the bottom of the ocean?
Atlantis.
Yeah, I don't know. What's like cool down there? I'm already terrified of the ocean, so I don't know.
It's just like the deepest point, right? Marianas Trench. That's about it.
You keep saying Marianas.
Say Marianas.
Marianas Trench.
Marianas.
But that is way deeper, isn't it? How many feet is that deep?
The Mariana Trench is the deepest point on Earth.
Can you get to the bottom of it?
How many feet? Someone has been.
Many.
Yeah.
Let me look it up. But many. The
Wait,
Mariana Trench is 36,000 feet deep.
How far is the
It's like
Titanic?
10 times deeper.
Definitely not that deep.
3,700 feet?
Yeah.
No, it's 13,000 feet for the Titanic.
So a third
About
of
3
that.
times.
No, it's not 13,000 feet.
No, it's definitely 4,000 meters, right? It
The
doesn't that come out?
Titanic is currently 12,500 feet deep in the ocean, so about a third
I
of
was
that.
thinking in feet or metric, I guess. Damn, that is actually very deep still.
Have you guys seen the videos of like the deep sea cameras with those giant fucking squids that freak out when like their tentacles get touched? They're like enormous creatures.
Yeah.
They're so cute.
Cute?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
actually like space creatures. It's fucking adorable.
Yeah, they're
I
badass.
know. See, that I actually would, if I was braver and had money to waste, that's something I would sign up for. Is okay, you're basically showing me an alien life form, an alien planet. This is like visiting some far-off galaxy.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's why
What a
the
wreck.
aquarium kicks ass. Thank you.
Yeah, I would prefer them to just drag that son of a bitch up here and put it in an aquarium if possible.
Don't they decompress and blow up or something?
Yeah, that's the blobfish story. So if you take a blobfish at the actual pressure it belongs at, it looks like a nice little happy fish. But then they bring it up to the surface and its fucking organs rupture inside out, and it looks like the pictures.
It's like if they dragged us down. Yeah, we drag it up through the pressures.
It's so mean that we dragged it up to our pressure level and it blew apart, and then we were like, look how ugly he is. It's so fucking mean.
Tragedy. It's like a Greek tragedy. Oh man.
That poor fucking thing. Oh god, there's like pus oozing out of its mouth.
I also like to think about the fish that were around the Titanic at the time of the implosion. Like they just see this random submersible come out and just explode. Like just fucking completely randomly.
I mean, they were probably happy for it. Don't they get to pick through the remains and such? I'm sure the Titanic still had some food on it.
Yeah, true. I was gonna say, I don't know how implosions work. I thought everything just disappears, but that just might be like a science.
I don't know. All the quote-unquote experts on Twitter were more than happy to weigh in and tell us about how the people would have been incinerated instantly or turned into soup or whatever.
The fun fact I have about that is there was a Mythbusters episode where they let a diving suit experience oceanic pressure from a leak in it, and they recorded what would happen. So they were like, oh, let's bust the myth. And the guy, the test dummy, had its intestines forced through its face with how much pressure there was. That clip, because of the submarine accident, has gained like I think 2 million views in 3 days when it used to have maybe 10,000 views.
Teleporter going up.
from people looking up what
But to be
happened.
fair, that's like slow. They did that slowly to see what would happen.
Yeah.
From what the people say, the submarine basically imploded instantly.
Yeah.
Which is good for them, I guess. As far as tragedies go.
One of the most annoying things that came out of this whole thing is I saw people like hyperfixate on the point that the submersible was controlled by like a Logitech game controller, which is, as far as I understand, like super common for like most military.
Yeah, but you
hardware
didn't
and
know
stuff.
that until this made the headlines. I bet you also giggled when you heard. I said, there's no way you knew that before all these headlines. I bet you
No,
also
I've actually,
giggled at the
no, I've
absurdity of it.
absolutely seen the videos and pictures of drone controllers using controllers.
You're missing the point, Jackson. The point is the military, with their incredible budget and army power, use Xbox 360 controllers, whereas this man bought an aftermarket Logitech PS2 controller and modified it with weird plastic caps on the joysticks that just look weird.
Well, it's better for grip. Probably, right?
Probably, but he's still dumb.
Precision.
Oh, he's definitely dumb.
Yeah.
I'm not defending that. I just remember when the military used like a bunch of PS3s to power their servers, basically.
There was a supercomputer that was
Yeah,
cheaper. Yeah, they wired PlayStation 3s together to act as the processor because it was cheaper than buying actual
To be
processors.
fair, I feel like the controller is that's like such a minor thing considering all the other things where they apparently were cutting corners.
Yeah,
The
that's what I
CEO
mean.
was boasting about how he's not a rule follower and fuck certification and this and that. I don't know.
Apparently he got the fucking like the tubes that like control the pressurization from like Home Depot, and he put them together himself. Like I would not be going anywhere near that submarine above water. Sounds like a disaster. Maybe.
Oh yeah, and then telling me you're gonna weld me into it again. I'm already claustrophobic. If I got into that thing at sea level, and I heard you bolting me into it and welding it shut or whatever, I'm gonna piss myself and die.
Shouldn't they have like an escape protocol, like jets, like what do you call them? Jets do, like the seats that explode out of the top of the roof and send you skyward. Just do that underwater.
Into the water? Yeah,
Well,
sure.
yeah,
like a
but like
torpedo.
hopefully, yeah, like up, like put a rocket on a chair or something and it'll shoot you out of the water.
Did we talk about that on the show? The one job you don't think you could ever do?
There's millions of jobs I think I could never do,
there's millions.
actually.
Yeah,
there's
I
only
bring
one
it
I
up
don't think I
because
could.
my answer at the time and still is submarine technician. I just can't be in a tiny metal box at the bottom of the ocean. I would fucking lose my mind. Yeah.
Even like regular, like
Compression, what is it? Sorry, go.
I was just gonna say, even like regular military submarines are so fucking like cramped and narrow and tight. It sounds miserable.
I would rather do any other job than work on a submarine. No thanks. And that was well before this controversy. I felt that for years and years, and this only makes it stronger. Only strengthens my opinion.
The good thing about it is, like, it's probably the best place to be in case a nuclear war breaks out, right?
In a submarine?
No, in a submarine, yeah, in a submarine. No one's targeting the fucking oceans, right?
They
During a
get
nuclear war.
irradiated, Jackson.
We should. Has my phobia of the ocean ever been more vindicated than in the last 2 weeks? First, some kid jumps off a party boat and immediately goes missing and becomes shark food. And then these dummies go into a submarine and get blown up somewhere because they wanted to see the Titanic and desecrate a grave. So, I mean, at this point, I think all of us should fill a couple of buckets and bathtubs full of water and then fill the ocean with concrete. Fuck everything in there.
Turn the ocean into a solid block.
Yeah, you can walk across it.
Oh, I love that.
That'd be kind of cool. You could just drive across the ocean.
That's Mad Max, yeah.
I know, how convenient would that be?
That really would be convenient. It'd be like Pangea again.
What if, okay, so what if we don't start war with the ocean people? So we just, like, concrete the top layer. Also, we save on concrete, so it's cheaper.
Well, wouldn't that just
And then
float
just-
on the water and then just destabilize?
The guys throw truckers?
We'd bolt it into each continent, like, where the land starts with, like...
So you want to build a bridge of concrete?
Yeah, we don't need to, like,
Okay.
completely fill it in.
But not a bridge, but like a whole layer, like a pier.
Right.
Yeah, like putting the arm
But
wheel
we
back
just
on.
build a bridge from every country, and then you guys don't even need to fly. You guys get a win-win out of that.
Well, then you don't even need to use boats then as well, because like cargo could be just carried across trains or trucks or whatever.
And we'll
across
need
those
more
bridges.
and more and more cars. I like the way you're thinking.
Yeah, it's good for industry.
And all the
bridge
fishes
makers.
will die from lack of sunlight.
Well,
Which,
yeah.
I'm pro. Don't mistake that tone as me being against this plan. I'm voting for you.
What if it's not concrete, but it's just a thick layer of like acrylic glass or something across the entire?
No.
So they get that much glass.
No, you're not thinking with industry. You scoop all the fish out first, then we freeze them, and then we have sushi for the next like billion years.
Well, no, my point was I didn't want to anger the fish people.
Why not?
Because
Fuck
if we
those
anger
guys.
them, they can't do anything to us if we stay where we belong, which is land.
But that's not true. That's not true. Did you guys see that fucking orcas are attacking boats now? They've understood that humans
I
are.
said on land, not on boats. That's still their territory. That's you asking for trouble.
Well, attacking boats is the first step to understanding boats. Eventually, they'll start driving them. Maybe.
Oh, now you're onto something, yeah.
They'll bring the war to us eventually.
Well, we need to be strong and fit and ready to fight them off then, right?
How would we do that though? Yeah.
We would use Fitbot, of course.
Oh,
You knew I was going to say that. Listen, if you want to join an expedition to the bottom of the sea or play video games in the military, you need to be buff. You need to be swole. There are physical requirements for that job, and you're going to want to use Fitbot. Because Fitbot is going to look at your daily life and say, hey man, I heard that you don't have a gym membership. And you're probably going to reply nothing because Fitbot is an inanimate app. It's not real. But you'll think, yeah, I don't have a gym membership. Is that a problem? And Fitbot is going to say to you, no. Look at all these incredible workouts you can do at home without needing any equipment. We've got tons of body weight exercises, tons of little routines that you can do just with the objects around your house. The point is, Fitbot will help you build a fitness habit and stay consistent, which everyone knows is the way to get in shape. You can tell it your goals, your experience, all sorts of little stats and numbers to help get your plan perfect. It will help understand your strength training ability, study your past workouts, and adapt to your environment to help keep your gym sessions fresh and fun by mixing things up. Track all of your achievements and learn movements the right way with over 1,400 demonstration videos. All 4 official boys work out. This is true. You can absolutely see it. Have you seen Charlie shirtless? He does it a lot. He's got good body, and you can better fucking believe it's from Fitbot. And we all work out. We don't look as good as Charles, but we try, and that's thanks to Fitbot. It's not too late to crush your summer fitness goals. Try Fitbod today. Get 20% off of your subscription and try the app for free at fitbod.me/official. That's fitbod.me/official. And I hope everyone heard me say that. I hope each and every single one of you out there heard me say it so that you can bitch and complain or praise me as I deserve. It's up to you. But the point is, I hope you heard me say that because a lot of people listen to this show on their phone. And if they do, they should be using Mint Mobile because it is premium wireless service starting at just $15 a month. Now, all of you out there, while you're doing your fat fucking push-ups thanks to Fitbot, are saying, well, what's the catch? $15 a month for wireless? That doesn't make any sense. Well, Mint Mobile's secret is that they are the first company to sell wireless service online only. You know how like certain other big fucking phone brands have those stores there with those people who never help you and you have to wait for 45 minutes and they're worthless and annoying and you can do all this online? Well, Mint Mobile says, yeah, you don't need that. You are an adult and can take care of yourself, and we will help you as much as you want in this digital age by going online only. They will also give you the best rate whether you're buying for one or a family, and a family line will start at just 2 lines. You can use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and keep your same phone number, of course. Switch to Mint Mobile to get premium wireless service starting at just $15 a month. To get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and get the plan shipped to your door for free, God, I can't talk today, go to mintmobile.com/official. That's mintmobile.com/official. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/official.
Nice.
The end.
Yeah, but have you guys actually seen the videos of the orcas attacking people?
Aren't orcas killer whales? I thought they never killed
Yeah.
anyone.
They
So
just
why are they
started-
escalating?
This is brand new.
Oh.
See, they know. They know we are encroaching on their territory. Humans have
what I'm
gone too
saying.
far.
No, I think it's long overdue. They should have been attacking us far, far longer in the past. They should have been training this whole time.
Well, wait, who? Who do you want dead?
Well, no, the orcas should be like trying to fight for their land. Well, lack of land. Like they should be out there, like actually putting up a fight instead of
Water.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of just rolling over like they have for the last like fucking 100
Yeah,
years.
I mean, I'm kind of fine with them, like, attacking, you know, like, SeaWorld CEOs or whatever, if they could sort that out. Like, whoever's in charge of... Is it SeaWorld in America?
Yeah, that's one of them.
Yeah, we have SeaWorld, that's one of them. We have a few.
You know, the giant fucking institutions that, like, have just brutalized orcas for their entire existence, basically. Instead of, like, the small fishing boats that they're currently attacking. But maybe they'll work their way up to the people that matter. It is nice to see them take their land back, though. I am on their side.
So these seafaring creatures that live in the sea, you're happy they're taking their land back.
Well, like, yeah, like Charlie said, lack of land. Yeah.
Cool.
I just think it's interesting. They're incredibly intelligent creatures.
They are.
I don't think there's ever been a case where we've seen animals change their behavior like that to attack humans, right? Can you think of any others?
Pretty much any animal that we try to hunt, yeah.
No. Well, wait. Yeah, like if you're hunting them, obviously they're gonna fight back.
Oh, you just mean like in general?
Yeah, the general behavior has changed. They're attacking indiscriminately from what it sounds like.
Gotcha, yeah. Not sure.
I can think of territorial shit like geese attacking.
But they've always, that's my point,
Yeah.
they've always been territorial.
Yeah.
Whereas this is like a change.
I can't think of any other specifically attacking humans for the sake that they're humans. Like, there's also mistakes. Animals will attack humans thinking they're other animals or other things.
Yeah, like sharks often think that humans are
Sea
seals or whatever.
lions and shit.
Yeah, I can't think of any others. This
We
is
could
an
ask the
actual
whales
change.
why. That'd be helpful.
Yeah, they haven't mastered English yet, so might be hard to do it.
I love the
Nothing wrong with
concrete
that.
idea. Let's just do it.
Let's either do that or just take all the nuclear waste people keep bitching about and dump it in the oceans.
Oh yeah, that would fuck us up long term.
That'll be good for us.
Say we launch it to the moon. What are we doing with that thing? Nothing.
Launch the ocean to the moon?
No, the nuclear waste.
Alright.
We are really devaluing the moon as like a place to put stuff.
We're gonna devalue it even
even
more
the
if we put
moon.
fucking nuclear waste on it, then it's gonna be like...
Who cares? It's a rock. What's on the moon?
All nuclear waste is so little and it is so safe to store too. It's such a meme, conspiracy theory, urban myth that it's like all barrels full of glowing green sludge that are gonna capsize on a fucking train somewhere and infect the local fish population to grow 3 eyes. That's like Simpsons.
And
That doesn't happen.
Yeah, go ahead.
And even if you don't want it on Earth, we have fucking SpaceX rockets now. Fucking shoot it into the sun. You don't even have to land it on the moon. Just jettison it into outer space. Who cares? There's so much
We might
space.
want it back. Put it on the moon. You never know. We could change our mind.
Yeah.
Don't want it back. Like a hoarder civilization. Don't want to throw out our trash.
I want my old newspapers on the moon, but don't get rid of them.
Sound like an actual hoarder. I'm gonna use that one day.
Wouldn't launching radioactive waste into the sun like kind of power it up as well? Because it isn't suicide.
You know how huge the sun is? It's like, no.
Yeah. But eventually, would it make a difference?
No, it would fucking evaporate before it got even close to the sun. Like, the sun is stupidly, stupidly hot and massive.
I think the sun would like blow itself out before you could even throw enough trash into it for it to have an effect.
We should try. I want to see what we have. Extinguish the sun.
We should fill the sun with concrete. So that way it'll fall in the sky.
Put a top layer of concrete on the